First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the whole for that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this your brother Dawaba from the branch of GMS here in Chicago, coming right back at you with a little lesson. And as you see, I got News 13, and this is from and the title of the article is graphic. At least 18,000 cattle killed in dairy farm explosion, and it was published. It's published by the 13 News staff on April 11, 2023 at 3:58 p.m. It was updated about 18 hours ago, and this is Tucson, Arizona. 13 News. At least 18,000 cattle were killed in an explosion and fire at a dairy farm in Texas on Monday, April 10th. KFD 13 News sister station in Amarillo, Texas, reported it happened at South Fork Dairy in DeMitt, so that's DeMitt, Texas. Castro County Sheriff Sal Rivera said the fire from the explosion spread to the building where they hauled cattle before bringing them into the milking area and into a holding pen. Rivera said only a small percentage of the farm's cows survived. KFDA said the Animal Welfare Institute said this is the deadliest barn fire for cattle overall and the most devastating barn fire in Texas since they began tracking barn fires since 2013. We hope the industry will remain focused on this issue and strongly encourage farms to adopt common sense fire safety measures, said Margie Fisherman, Public Relations Manager with AWF. It is hard to imagine anything worse than being burned alive. The Texas Commission of Environmental Quality arrived on scene Tuesday and is assisting the owner with the carcass disposal debris issue. At least one person was injured in the explosion and was in critical condition as of Tuesday, according to the KDF. So this fire happened on Monday in DeMitt, Texas, and over 18,000 cattle were killed. And this is just to sit up here and say, hey man, this plan. Now you ask yourself, be serious. 18,000 cattle. So that you know how large of a space it would have to be put to 18,000 cattle in, dairy cattle, and then for all of them to get killed in a fire. Now, whether they got to get burned up or whether it was smoke inhalation, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But do you know, if anyone sit up here listening to this, if you don't sit up here and see what's going on, all these derailments, all these processed food processing points, all these places all this stuff is getting destroyed, man, systematically. And hey, the prophets out there on the highways and byways, letting our people know, man. Letting our people know, man, hey, look, we standing on our watch, letting people know that, hey, this place is going down, and these devils is coming fast with that wrath, But they got to do so much stuff, man, for that system, for them to get their system off the ground. But with that, man, let me just grab a few scriptures, man. The first scripture I want to grab is Habakkuk. Because, man, hey, you got brothers out here on the highways and byways letting our people know what's going on. This is Habakkuk. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon a tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, and will not tarry. And as you see, man, these prophecies are popping off the pages, man, left and right. You see what's brewing between Ukraine and the United States. You seeing what the BRICS countries are doing, Brazil, Russia, India, China, Saudi Arabia, or South Africa, Slovakia. You see what's going on, man. You see all these train derailments. Now you got 18,000 cows that's dead, supposedly by a fire. You got all these food processing places that's been put on, that's been destroyed by fire over the last year or two, over hundreds of them. All sorts of train derailments where the chemicals are spilling into water, So much shit is happening and everyone's blind. How could you have a blind eye to what's going on? Hey, and you've been warned. You've been told, man. The prophets out there on the highways and byways putting the videos up on YouTube, letting our people know, man, what's going on. You can't help but to see what's happening. So much shit. So much shit. I'm gonna go to second address. Second address. 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest parts of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So all these prophecies, all this stuff that's happening, man, all these things that's going on, we seeing the signs right around us right now. You know, we seeing that the end of this rulership, the end of this, the end of this world, which is the end of this rulership, is coming, is falling and coming crashing down. You know, the end of this white man rule is about to come crashing down hard. You know, and we see all the signs around. Like I said before, earlier, the train derailments. You know, the food processing plants. Now 18,000 cows get burned up in a farm. You know, you see all the rumors of wars, uproars of the people. If you see France is just going crazy, throwing bricks and fire bombs at the cops and all sorts of stuff. If I'm not mistaken, what happened in Venezuela, a couple of weeks ago, you know, where they end up chasing this president out of his own home. If it wasn't Venezuela, Salakia brothers, I think it was Venezuela, but it could have been another country, but I think it was Venezuela. But either way it goes, they chased that president damn near out of the country. You know, and took over his home. Man, you see all sorts of shit happening. But the thing is, the news is not saying it, but you got the men out there on the highways and byways telling you, hey, look, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. Giving you the breakdown, giving you the news of everything. Giving you the signs, telling you the signs, you know, not giving you, but telling you the signs of everything that's been happening. You know, you got to be just blind to see it. The prices of eggs, the price of gas. You see all these videos and all sorts of things that's going up in these Walgreens and Walmarts. They're closing 4 Walmarts here in Chicago. All these are signs. And our people are blind to them. Our people are blind to them. You know, let me go to Matthew 24. Start at 3. Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Yahushua HaMashiach, and shall deceive many. You know, you're going to have many false prophets coming, man. Just sitting up here telling our people all sorts of bullshit, you know. Telling our people, and if I'm not mistaken, brothers will sit up here saying, you got guys out there saying that Paul was an Edomite. Now, you know, these people, man, out of their goddamn mind. These motherfuckers going to get destroyed, man, for their fucking bullshit. But this Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And all these are the beginning of sorrows. You know, famines. You got that going on in a lot of countries. And it's going to come over here heavy. You know. You got stores that's not selling certain things. Eggs is high as hell in a lot of these stores. You know, and other food products. Some products you can't even get anymore. Gas. And all that stuff all that shit is about to go out. Hyperinflation is coming. You know, you got earthquakes that's been happening all over the place and in diverse places. You know, you got nations you got infighting in all these nations, man, where the citizens are just pissed off with the government. Now all of a sudden there's all sorts of uproars of the people. But all these things are just the beginning of sorrows. All this shit is happening right before your eyes. And people are blind. too busy worrying about the basketball wives, worrying about what fucking Beyonce is doing and Cardi B and all sorts of other dumb shit that don't mean a goddamn thing. That just lets you know our people are always in the folly, you know. And then you got these newspapers that's you got the news that don't report a lie about every goddamn thing. All these mass shootings. Look at all this shit that's happening. All this shit that's happening. All this. Hey, let me jump down. This is Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And you seeing all these mass shootings. All these mass shootings. What just happened a couple of days ago in Louisville. You know? Motherfucker walked in the bank early in the morning and shot 5 people and critically injured 8 or 9 others. You know? The motherfucking transformer that walked into a school and ended up shooting up a lot of people. You know, end up shooting and killing 6 people. 3 were children and 3 were adults before he or she got taken out, or however it was. But this is what's happening. And the news ain't telling you, hey, the media over here ain't gonna tell you shit. They're gonna lie to you about every goddamn thing. As a matter of fact, because they're gonna lie about every goddamn thing. They're gonna spew their bullshit about every damn thing. This is Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stop at her ear. And that's what the fuck, these media stations, these damn devils, you know, this 18,000 cattle that died, you know, strange fire. All these are lies. This is covering up. Just all this shit is systematically being done. They're trying to bring that new world order, and they're going to do everything possible, and they're going to feed you a bunch of bullshit, and people are going to eat it up. The poison. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. Their doctrine, their bullshit-ass system, and people listen to it. People follow it. Not understanding it's going to be to their destruction. But the people here love all this bullshit. You know? Like the brother Murph always say, if you ain't into that Psalms 91, if you ain't with that Isaiah 33:6, you're going to be destroyed, man. You're going to get tore off fucking around. But we out here letting our people know. We warning our people. We standing on our watch. Letting telling every damn thing. Shouting out loud. Telling you everything. Giving you the whole lowdown, the whole breakdown. From the apostles on down. You know? But you love listening to the lies of these devils. You love sitting up here being in your folly. You just love sitting up here being in this bullshit. And you're going to die in it. You know? But actually, hold on with that. Let me sit up here and go. Let me go back to second Esdras, because I'm going to go down to. I'm just going to go to 11. This is 2 Esdras 9 and 11. And they that had loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. And you know, my thing is, hey, we've been on our tower telling people. We sitting up here giving people the signs. You know, brothers from the apostles on down. Apostles been out there 40, Apostle Tahar almost 40 years, 30 years, you know. For the other apostles, warning people. Then you get on YouTube. I think they got on YouTube in 2007, you know, putting up lessons after lessons after lessons, videos after videos after videos, breakdown after breakdown after breakdown, all sorts of stuff that's been going on since then. You know, you've been getting warned, man. And a lot of people just ignored it, scoff, stand pat, but guess what? You're going to know it after death by pain now, you know. And like I said, this 18,000 cattle is just part of it, you know. But with that, hey, you know what? Let me just go to 13, 2 Esdras 9 to 13. And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is and for whom the world is created. Hey, we ain't gonna worry. We done worried about you people. We ain't praying for your ass. We don't give a fuck what you do, you 2/3 motherfuckers. We don't care no more. We definitely don't care about the Eves or the heathen. You know, fuck them. But you 2/3, man, we done, man. We are done. You know, we through, man. Y'all motherfuckers through, man. The only way y'all gonna sit up here and be cleansed is through that fire. And that's what y'all gonna have to catch. Because a lot of y'all are just fucked up. And you women, yeah, y'all just through. But with that, hey, I like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Ashem Yahushai, Ba'Ashem Rakakwadash. Double understood those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. It's how you taste till the hopeful that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, I always say stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we're almost up out of here. So with that, I like to say Kwam Yasharella and a Baba Ball. Shalom.